Boars have been talked about and explored across countless mediums, from video games, fantasy, historical texts, and tapestries. Boars have been hunted all over the world and in many different cultures. Boars are considered one of the most dangerous creatures in the world to hunt, right along with crocodiles, bears, rhinos, and lions, as well as other big cats. Hey everyone, we're here in Crossville, Tennessee, and I'm in Loshbow Hunting Lodge. We're about to do some boar hunting. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if you can hear the dogs. They're getting ready. They're going to help us with this hunt. It's going to be a great time. I'm here with 4 of my good friends, and I can't wait to show you what happens. But first, it's time for me to get in some clothes, so I'll be right back. So I have my good old boar spear that I've been showing you guys about. I got my friend Duke Kellick in the background, who I'll introduce you to later. And I got my jambia that we talked about. So that's going to be my sidearm that I'm using. So boar hunting actually is dangerous. We had to sign a waiver. We had to make sure that we are all willing to be here and know that we could possibly get hurt. So we're counting on each other to take care of each other and also watch each other's backs. So one rule that we have is that when we're hunting, you can't be without anybody else. You have to have your battle buddy. So whether it's the guide, you can hear the dogs in the background, they're ready to go. So it's gonna be a good time. We got a lot of stuff planned for you, and thanks for tuning in. Now I get to introduce you to my crew. We have Griffin, and we have Kyle, we have Jesse, and other Jesse. Jesse and Jesse have been hunting boars for at least 10 years, and they're very, very knowledgeable, and they're the ones heading up our expedition. They made sure that each one of us are safe and understand the importance of sticking together, as well as also what to do and what not to do. We drew lots the day before to make sure that we knew what order we were hunting the boar in. So when a boar was to come up and our guide would say, it's time to get the boar, make your strike, we weren't confused and we weren't unsure of who would go first. So Jesse's going first. Then we have Griffin. Next would be Kyle, then myself. And the last one would be for Jesse. So we bookended, and we had our most knowledgeable and our most veteran members do the first one and the last one. There are many moving parts to the boar hunt. 1. The guide. We had a guide named Roger who helped us through every step of the way and was very knowledgeable. He's been doing boar hunting for most of his life. He was our dog handler. Number 2, dogs. The dogs are super important. Without the dogs, first of all, we wouldn't barely be able to find the boars. It's very hard to hear them, very hard to see them. They remain quiet, and sometimes they would be hidden and you might walk past them. The dogs were our most useful tool. They would find the boar, and then they would bark and let us know, as well as the other dogs, where the boar are hiding. After they flush the boar out, we have our attack dogs, or our grapplers. The grapplers would be the dogs that would help corral the boar and also latch onto them, ensuring us that we would be safe and also give us a chance to strike the boar from a position of advantage. Number 3 is the hunters and our weapons. We make sure, as I said before, to use a buddy system. Make sure not to be caught alone, because the boar can also travel in packs as well. They might surround you from behind and try to knock you down and gore you with their tusks. The boar, no joke. So therefore we travel in twos. Our most important weapon for killing the boar was our spear. They have queons, so when we stab the boar, it makes sure it wouldn't protrude and keep going through the boar. Boar are known for running doggedly after whatever they're chasing and not giving way. So therefore, if you were to stab a boar with a spear that didn't have a queon on it, it would keep on running up your spear and you could still get hurt. So the queons allowed us to control the boar and pin it down after we stabbed it. Last but not least, our sidearms were very important. We have a dagger. In my case, I had my jambia. So after we were to stab the boar, if I wasn't able to strike a vital killing blow, I was able to pull my sidearm and make sure to dispatch it with a strike to its vitals. This is my friend Kyle Patrick Smith, Masahiro in the SCA, and he's going to tell you a little bit about his experience today. So Kyle, what do you think of it?
That's pretty exciting.
Okay, very cool. What did you expect?
Going out to go hunting some boars, which you did.
Yeah.
With spears, which was first for me. It's also hunting was a very first for me too.
Yeah.
Never hunted with a conventional, the gun or anything before. So.
Very cool. Now, what else did you, you said, what did you expect to get out of the experience? Like, I know you said you hunted with spear, but what did you really expect would happen?
I was sort of looking for the opportunity to kind of hang out with friends, kind of as like a hunting party, the camaraderie, be able to do it together, because that was kind of a big part of it for me.
Yeah.
So I was kind of going out there just looking for a good weekend and a new experience, because this is far and away different from anything I've ever done before.
Yeah. Now, did you enjoy it?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'd do it again.
Did you do it again? Would repeat. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. What was your favorite thing out of this whole experience?
It was very exhilarating when we were going to the hunt mode. We were kind of going through the woods. We had the dogs. There's a lot of waiting. Kind of walking along, you stop, you listen. You're waiting for the baying hounds to kind of go off, kind of give you a signal where you need to go. That's kind of when we were walking along. Then we saw like the 3 pigs right there on the left, which the dogs didn't catch immediately. So
that was wild.
Kind of went after them a little bit. The dogs finally caught on, like, hey, there's things we need to do now.
Yeah.
So they got to work. We basically started chasing them down a little bit, because we kind of ran around like a circle, really.
A lot. We did about, really, when you think about it, 3 to 5 laps around.
Yeah, we were on that pond a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember we kind of, when we finally were on the hunt, when you and I were out there, we went around, came back, and then the dogs had my boar pinned down.
Yeah.
So stuck it.
It was really nice of them to give you a handicap. That was nice. No, just kidding. That's what the dogs are there for. It was awesome.
Yeah, because I would rather not chase that boar.
I didn't want to.
Yeah. And that's kind of what they would do historically. Hunting party, dogs. They've been doing it for hundreds of years because it makes sense.
Yeah, very much so.
That's why they do it today.
Well, cool. Well, thank you, bud. And I'm glad that we got to slay boars like 6 feet away from each other, and now we will forever be boar brothers.
Yeah, boar brothers.
Boar brothers. Yeah. So cool. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, guys and gals, back here on the Wandering Sword. It was a pretty interesting day. We started off in the morning around 7 o'clock, as you saw, and we had a few dogs to help us on our hunt. And it was really, I felt like we got spoiled, because maybe no more than 30 minutes out, the dogs were barking and yapping and quick on a boar. And my friend Jesse Weber, or Duke Kellick in the SCA, showed us how it was done. Stuck the first one, took it down very quickly, humanely, and then we moved on to the next one. The dogs were already looking after another one. Our friend Griff, who was there, he started to get his, and he took a shot at his. He got it, but his spear broke. Luckily, quick on the draw, Jesse gave him his spear, and then they struck the final blow and took down that boar. After that point, the dogs were trying to find another one for Kyle, Masahiro, as we saw it, and we found one, but it was quick on its feet, very fleet of foot.
Jeez, that's big.
And it had a little kind of nest or burrow set up, and the dogs couldn't really get to it. So we chased it to one point, followed it. The dogs were letting us know where it was, but they were trying to be safe as well, because they didn't want to get hurt. So they just kind of got it in the corner, and then it darted out, and the dogs were gone. The dogs literally got out of distance. We could hear them barking, but they slowly went farther off into the distance. And we had some other dogs, so we let them go, and we went to go look for another boar. At that point, it was about 10:30 a.m. in the morning, and we decided to stop that hunt. Our guide, Roger, he said he'll come back and pick us up around 2 o'clock. So Jesse, not to be confused with Jesse Weber, his wife, Vukasen, her Grace,
she started teaching us how to butcher the boar, or start to take cuts of it. We hung it up and we started to skin it. And then we went and started cutting it into different portions. So we got to find out where its bacon bits were. Literally, quite literally, the bacon bits. We cut those up, put them in the freezer. We got the back strap. We did the loins. We did the ribs, really nice rib cut. And we used about every single bit of the boar as much as we could. And then we put it out into the forest for other animals to take part of it and go right back to the earth. And I got to learn how to make primal cuts of a boar. Definitely a bucket list item. Now I know how to butcher a boar, at least the first part of it.
Boar hunting was a really great experience. I felt like I really learned a lot. It was something that I've wanted to do for most of my life, especially when we think about the fantasy aspect, or everyone's played some kind of D&D or World of Warcraft or some kind of video game where you go out into the wild and you hunt boar. And I've always wondered how hard it is to take on boar, and would I be able to do it? Now I know I can. I was not doing this for sport, and we used every bit of the boar that we could. Jesse taught us how to butcher the boar, and myself and my family has partaken in the boar, and we are extremely grateful. It has been great boar meat, and it has been very nice to have fresh meat in our freezer. We also get to have a nice Christmas ham, which will be a great time, and I can't wait to share that with the rest of my family. I'm glad we'll have all these memories to share, and I can't wait to do another one in the future with the rest of the Wandering Sword crew. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you watching our videos. Sorry that things have been kind of slow. We've been trying to make things work, and everything's been very hectic. Life's been kind of crazy lately. But we really wanted to say thanks, and make sure you take care of your loved ones during this holiday season. We have some really big projects on the way, and look forward to seeing you later in the next year. If you want to check out some more of our uncut footage of the boar hunt, please check the links below. We are really thankful for all of our patrons. We couldn't do this without you. Most of the equipment and the trips are paid by our patrons. We could always use more patrons. Please check out our Patreon link below. We have separate tiers, and every little bit helps. Shout out to our top patrons, Cito Sama and Byron Swanson, Pathfinders of the Wandering Sword. Also, let us know if there's any other topics or endeavors you want us to explore. The Wandering Sword is going to be taking a break for this holiday season so we can spend time with our families. So we'll see you at the beginning of next year. Till we meet again, wander on.